Okay, we'll start once again. So here, this is a irregular model of second type. This is not rectangle in shape like the previous problem. So it is it is slightly different, and I'm using the two column size here. One is C1 200 to 450. I will take it from again from that old file. Okay, and in case where in the inside or something where the load is less, I am using the column of size 200 to 300. At this point I am using the I am defining one more column of size 200 into 300. Okay, understood? No?
Yes.
Okay, next one, there is I'm taking the beam size almost everywhere same. It is again 200 into 300. This one I am adopting for up to a beam length lesser than 5.5 meter.
Okay.
So in majority of here we can see that beam length is it is less than 5.5 meter. Only this beam at the edge, it is 6 meter in length here. So for that I am using the beam size 200 into 600. Next, regarding the number of stories, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So bottom story height is 1.5, typical story height is 33 meter. Okay.
Okay.
So this model we will create. Okay. Okay, we'll start that in ETABS. So this was my old model. Now we'll go to file. So go to file, new model. Use setting from the model file, that is taking from the cross section from the old file. Now first set the number of story. Number of stories are given there. If you see this diagram, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually.
Okay, 6.
It is fifth floor. Fifth means it is including plinth. It will be sixth line.
Okay.
So there are now 6 lines, 6 stories. Typical story height is 3.2 meter, no 3 meter, and bottom one is 1.5. 1.5, sorry. Okay, and now custom story data, edit story data, change this one. This one is foundation. This one is plinth. Next one, this is first. And next this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. You can call last one as roof or fifth, whichever you want. Fifth, or it is also the roof. Whatever you want to name, you can name. Okay. Next, regarding the span is not unequal in this case. It is not equal in all this direction. What I am doing is I am trying to do one technique here. That is, I will set the distance from here to here. This main grid lines are there. This is main grid line. I am considering this from at the top. I am considering. What I am doing is, first my intention is to draw the the inverted L shape. Later I can copy this in x direction by, if I draw this one inverted L like this from here to here. Now I can copy this in this direction by minus 4.5.
Okay.
Then from here minus 3 meter.
Okay.
Again here minus 3.5.
Okay.
Next I will draw this beam minus 4.5.
Okay.
Minus 6 meter.
Okay.
Next I will draw this beam minus 6 meter.
Okay.
Then we will connect those remaining beams. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I am doing is, this distance is, A to B distance is 3.5 meter. Next one is, this is 3 meter. Next 3 meter. Next one is
4.5.
4.5 meter. Okay. Now we have to come from the bottom. From bottom it is, first one is 5 meter. So here I am taking directly, I am not considering one more grid here. 4 meter. Next here it is
3.5.
3.5
5.
meter. Okay. Okay, this is my plan. We are going to execute it. 1 second, I will take the snapshot so that it is easier to do. Okay. So in this one, go to custom grid spacing, edit grid data. So choose the option as display grid as spacing.
Okay.
A to B distance is 3.5 meter, and next one is 3 meter,
3 meters.
and next one is 4 point.
4 meters.
So it 4.5.
4.5. 4.5.
So 4.5.
5.
Okay. Next it start from the bottom. So from bottom it was 5 meter. 1 to 2 line was 5 meter. Next it was 4 meter. Next it is 3.5. So set this one and okay. Okay. Now in this one I am going to define two columns, that is C1 200 450 already it is there. One more I had to define 200 into
300.
200 into 300, one more I had to define. Similarly beam 200 to 300 is already there, I had to define one more 200 into 600.
Okay.
So for this, go to define sectional property. So go for that. So first we'll go for column. Go to frame section there. This already it is there. You can make use of add copy of property.
Okay.
So make this use of add copy of property. C200 into 300.
Okay.
So just change the depth to 300.
300.
Okay. In this manner you can do this. Okay. Now similarly for beam I want one more thing. You can do one thing. This one you can modify. This was my C2, no? You can name it as C2 200 into 300, and first one I am calling it as C1 200 into 450. Next this is my beam number B1. Beam number B1 200 into 300. Next one more thing, so I am using it for beam up to length of less than 5.5 meter. Next I want one more beam. There is a large beam length one on one side it is there. So what I do is use an option add copy of property. B2 200 into 600. Now change the depth to 600 and okay. Okay, now we will go for place. It is better to place in case of irregular plan building. It is better to start it from the beam rather than column.
Okay.
We can see that we can do that later stage. Now I will do the beam first. So first step is go to, I am changing this view to set plan view. Change this one to plinth. Okay. Now go for a quick draw beams. Draw beam column brace. Go to quick draw beams. So choose a property here. B1 200 into 300. Place it over here and here. Okay. Also on this edge. Okay.
Okay.
So this beams on inverted, just I drawn like inverted shape. Next this beam has to go. So I'll see the beam label now. To see the beam label, go to view, set display option. In this, go to object assessment. So make this label on. Now see the diagram there, that B4 beam has to go backside by 4.5 meter. So this B4 beam has to be copied, so has to be copied in the x direction by 4.5 meter. So what I have to do is select this B4, click on that B4 option, B4 beam, go to edit, replicate.
Okay.
So edit, replicate. So here there is option called linear.
Okay.
Linear means in x direction, y direction it can move. So in x direction it is at a backside distance by minus 4.5 meter. 4.5 apply.
Okay.
Okay, that beam is placed.
Okay.
Next select this B7 beam and next distance is 3 meter. Minus 3 meter. Apply. Okay. Next step is select that B8 beam minus 3.5 meter. Apply. Okay. Next step is, so there is a B5 beam. So that B5 beam, I had to go backside by minus 4.5 meter. Select the B5 beam minus 4.5 meter.
5.
Apply. Okay. Now you need to select the B10 beam. It has to go in this direction by minus 6 meter. So make it as minus 6 meter. Apply. Okay, it is okay. It is not exactly okay. We'll just see the adjustment. Instead of 6 meter, slightly there is a variation. What this one is 0.5. It is actually 6.5. That the room dimension is 6.5. Sorry, it is 6.5.
Okay.
So what you do is select this B10 minus 6.5.
6.5.
Actually, this room dimension is 6.5. It is not this one. It is 6.5.
Okay.
6.5 into 4. Okay. So 6.5. Apply. Okay. Next, one more beam. Select the B6 beam. It has to go in this direction by 6 meter. So dx is equal to minus 6 meter and okay. Okay. Next, we need to draw the beams on the other, that is this beams we have not drawn, that has to be drawn. Okay. So for this, go to option draw beam column brace. Use an option draw beam. So instead of quick draw beam, I am using an option called draw beam. Choose the property here. Choose the property 200 into 300. So choose the property 200 to 300. So beam is from here to here. Okay, again from here to here. Again from here to here. Okay, right. If you want to come out, right click, and next from here to here, and again here to here. Okay. Next, one more beam here from here to. Okay, this beam length is more. This beam length, bottom one beam length is more. I will do first 200 into 300. Later I can change that. At any stage I can overwrite about that.
Okay.
I'll see the column size, then we will decide. Okay. So I have drawn the beams everywhere. I can now I will go for drawing the slab floor also. So go for draw floor wall object. In this one, go for draw rectangular floor. Instead of quick draw floor, you have to go for draw rectangular floor. Because unequal spacing is there, you have to go for draw rectangular floor. Okay, now change this one to slab 130. So you have to pick from 4A to 3B. Similarly 4B to 3C. 4C to 3D. Next from 3A to 2C. Next from 3C to 2D. Next from here to it is okay, there is no grid at that point. From here to here from this point to 1D point. Okay.
Okay.
So next we have to place a column. So next we have to place the column. So first I am using that C1 column. So in order to place the column, go to draw beam column brace, go to quick draw column. So use here that C1 250 into 450. First I will place this one, later I will overwrite. So this is 0 degree, next one is also 0 degree, this is also 0 degree, and this is also 0 degree, and next here also it at 3A also it is 0 degree. Here C2 column is there, you can do it here, or later we will overwrite. I will make use of that option, but I will place now. Now here this is also 0 degree, and here this is also 0 degree. Next here 0 degree. This column is 90 degree. Make angle as 90 degree. Okay. Next 0. The column was not required. Still let it be. It is very small distance. Okay. Next one is 90 degree. Okay. So next one 0 degree. Here also 0 degree. Okay.
Okay.
Next here I have drawn the column. If you see this, if you go for draw beam column, here if you go for I need to next step is, like, I have drawn beam column everything, but I want to, like, in some case I want to overwrite. I already drawn an object, but like in somewhere the beam length is more, I had to overwrite the existing cross section. Okay, how to overwrite now? So for this, first I will see what cross section it is there. So you go to view, set display option, here object assessment, make this as frame section on. Okay, you can see here everywhere there is B1 200, B1 200 into 300 is there. So most of this beam are lesser than 5.5 meter. For lesser than 5.5 meter, 200 by 300 is bit okay, we can use that one. But this beam is large in length, this bottom beam is larger in length. For that I need to overwrite.
Okay.
So how to overwrite above this existing beam section means, you have to select the beam, go to assign, go to frame, in this one sectional property. So use B2 200 into 600. So that beam has been replaced by 200 into 600. Understood, no, this one? Okay. Next one, in this one, beam is now, it is correct now. Now what I want to do is, I want to overwrite the column. The procedure overwrite the column. This column at 3B as well as column at 2C. I want smaller column, that is C2 200 into 300. So now if you see this one, if I go to elevation number 3rd, I will click on this 3D view, go to elevation here, 3rd, and if you see the label, what it is made up of, go to view, set display option, object assessment. If you click on the section, now that 3B column, the 3B column is drawn with 200 into 450. I need to overwrite. So what is the procedure is, select this column. So select that column, go to assign, frame, sectional property, choose here C2 200 into 300. Okay, it is overwritten. Here also you can see in this view also 200 into 300 it is overwritten.
Okay.
So one more column is there, that is 2C. So first go to elevation number 2, go to elevation number 2, right? Elevation number 2, the column is at this 2C point. Okay, here it is, this column, this 2C column is 200 into 450. I need to replace it by smaller column 200 into 300. For this you can select this C2 column here. You can do it from this view also, or you can click here also, anywhere. Select this one,
Okay.
assign frame sectional property. So make it as C2 200 into 300. Now you can see this,
Alright.
that column has also been overwritten. Okay, at
Okay.
initial stage, there is, you define any one beam size, draw this one. Later at the time of, if you want to make the override, you can make use of, you have, the procedure is select any that beam which you want, go to assign frame sectional property and change to what cross section you want. Okay,
Okay.
so in this manner you can do. So to come out of, if you have selected any beam, if to come out of this one, you can go to select clear selection. Suppose by mistakenly, if you have selected any, while doing or something, you selected this column, joints, everything, I want to come out of this one selection, means select clear selection.
Okay.
Now we can replicate, we can do replicate now.
Okay.
So we can do replicate. So the procedure is again the same thing. You have to select the beam column floor at the story number 1 and replicate to next thing. Okay, the procedure is go to select. You can do stories method, or I will
Stories.
introduce one more method.
Stories, sir. Stories is easy.
Easier. Okay, so go to stories. So objects that is drawn on a plinth, select those things, and it need to be copied to next floor. So it is
Replicate.
edit, replicate. So use the option story. So first,
So
second,
select.
third, fourth, fifth, and fifth, that is nothing but roof. Okay, you can, so go to view and show rendering view. So in this manner, so it is now irregular building, this one, we have drawn these things. Okay,
Okay.
so one more thing we will go. So for this column, there is one column here, but there is, I have not given any grid lines for this. So but generally where there is a column, grid line will be given.
Okay.
So what I had to do is, I had to at this joint, one more grid line parallel to the Y is required. If you see this one, this A, B, C, D are parallel to the Y axis. There is a need of one more grid line parallel to the Y axis. This
Okay.
for this column, I have not given any grid line. Here there is no grid line. So I need to go for, I had to draw one more grid line. So that grid line will in site execution or something, that grid line is required. So what you can do is, you can select this joint or this joint, any one joint. At that point, I need a grid line that is parallel to the Y axis. Okay, so select this joint, go to edit, use an option add grid line at selected joint. Add grid line at selected joint. So
Okay.
It is parallel to, it has to be drawn parallel to the Y axis, and okay.
Okay.
You can see here there is one more grid line has came, fifth. That you can edit, you can make it once again A, B, C, D like that. For this, the procedure is go to edit, stories and grid system. So here grid system, modify. So make this as A, B, this one C, D and E.
Okay.
Now refresh and okay. See this. the cross section, all those things we have drawn. So in this manner, if there is irregular building, so the main tool that we have used is this replicate. That replicate, in that make use of this option linear.
Uh-huh.
So using the linear option, we can make the replicate of that. That is, it is easier. This linear
Okay.
replicate is same as offset in AutoCAD.
Uh-huh.
So if you know how to draw this how to make the offset in AutoCAD, it is in the similar manner. So make use of if you have the irregular building like this, draw like try to find the like this where there is continuity like this. Draw the inverted L. Then from that you take the dx or dy, whatever it may be according to your this one. You have to make dx dy all this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll finish for today and we'll go for next class. Okay.
Okay, sir, tomorrow will be class or not?
If you want, we'll take.
So tomorrow, so whatever you say.